So, last time, the female Yeti that we've been searching for has noticed us. And so we must find our way into the suburbs to meet her.
What, you're gonna become a Suburban Yeti? You're selling the fuck out?
Yeah, you know, it's just like, the city life just isn't for us. As you can tell, it's too busy, everyone wants to kill you. If you get down to the suburbs, everyone's much more chill. You can join the PTA, right? Mm-hmm. And you can just like live out your life a little more normally.
Yeah, but instead of everyone trying to kill you physically, like the homeowners association is trying to kill you mentally.
Right.
You know what I love about this game?
What?
It's all the systems interacting. It feels like when you play a roguelike and everything is just meshes together perfectly. That's what this game is like. Right.
Here, a group of protesters had appeared, I think to protect the Yeti, but as we came and attacked them, they decided that we were no longer worth protecting, and so they are running back to the suburbs using the subway. So now we know what we need to do, which is first of all turn on the subway, which they noted that is not happening right now.
What the?
To go more into the Bad Game Hall of Fame article on it, which I used for a lot of the research of this is a game sort of built like as part of like the Church of the Subgenius, which is like this parody religion pseudo artist collective, basically, that is meant to just be like avant-garde, more or less. Like people like David Byrne are part of it. And just as like sort of like, I guess, alt art, as it were, from like the 80s and moving forward.
Mm-hmm. Like some like Bad Day at the Midway kind of stuff.
Yeah. And so Dueling Firemen was supposed to be sort of like the official game for like the Church of the Subgenius and would have like a lot of big name people attached to it. Like Ray Rudy Moore was also part of that. You know, the guy who did Dolomite.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But that game got canceled, and ultimately Urban Yeti came out sort of across the same vibe. Very like avant-garde, like not so much like a very standard game, but it's sort of like a bunch of ideas put together in a way that's sort of like video game-esque, but definitely like challenging video games.
I don't know. This feels focus tested to hell.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
A board of executives was like, we need the Yeti to punch the chicken and to find the female Yeti.
Anyways, once we've turned on the lever, which we had to throw something at to get it to switch, we can go down into the subway and find a moving train.
Okay, I was going to ask, what the fuck? Where are we right now? I am not able to parse this visually.
Yeah, no, it's really hard. The flat nature of everything definitely makes it difficult to tell where there are ramps and stuff, but all the yellow boards in this game, and the white ones as well, are like inclines or declines. So we declined into the subway, and now we found the train that we can travel on, which as soon as it continues going, we will be able to get to the suburbs. This is the Yeti's only known source of travel. Also, there are policemen in here getting run over.
Also, your torso and most of your legs has disappeared, but that's a minor detail.
I like when you clip through the ground.
I think we're actually like standing. Well, no, we're not in between a car. I thought we were, but that's just our blocking the full car.
Mm-hmm.
This is what you get for not playing on FPGA. If you were on Mista, right, like this would have been great. But
anyways, you guys like Tubin?
Oh, I love Tubin.
I don't really have a whole lot of opinions on Tubin. I do have an opinion on this music, though, and it's fucking great.
Yeah.
That's right, it's safe for children.
This was made by David Byrne.
Yeah, that's how they got him in.
This was put as #1 on my Spotify Wrapped this year.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're now playing Tubin, basically.
Fuck, man, this music just keeps getting better.
Right, it's really good. This is how I feel whenever I'm like tubing down a river.
I'm gonna become one of those, like, YouTube mashup guys, just so I can mash this song up in the Phoenix Wright Circus team.
This music does accurately talk about how I feel when I meet the main clown from Ace Attorney. What is his name? Maximilian Galactus?
I thought you were gonna say the woman of your dreams.
Yeah, that too. No, so as you can see in the top left, we have 5 inner tubes to get through here. Each of these gates is a checkpoint to get through, and some of the obstacles are instant kills. Not this gate here, but like the alligator or like the big hook coming out, all will insta-kill your inner tube. So you have to be very careful going through, because this is also probably the longest minigame in the game.
It was very ambitious of the creators to make something in a video game that was supposed to give people anxiety attacks.
Right, actively trying to hurt you.
So I gotta be honest, I like Tubin, but I feel it's more of a rural Yeti minigame.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's sort of like an appropriative thing because, like, we have to get through the sewers somehow, right? This is not part of the urban lifestyle, but this is more of like a Yeti lifestyle.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're getting comboed to death here.
Nice.
Fucking pipe.
I like that you look like Lanky Kong in this game.
I feel, more of like an urban and a rural minigame would be like, I don't know, like jet skiing. Like,
ooh, that would be cool.
Fancy city folk, they love jet skiing.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Or like a California game style, like surfing minigame, right?
Oh, yeah. One of the minigames in this should be hacky sack.
Oh, ooh, yeah. That would be cool, too. You just have to, like, hacky sack a bunch of hippies, like, steal their van, and that could be how you get to the suburbs.
The Urban Yeti is a minigame where he used to gentrify the neighborhoods.
I think that's House Flipper. See, we could just make this in modern day with new minigames based on other properties.
Yeah.
Right, but when the Yeti flips the house, he literally flips it upside down.
Right. As you can see here, this checkpoint is kind of a trap, but we got out, sort of.
Only to get killed instantly.
You did not get out.
Oh my god.
And no, we're okay. We've still got one. The gallon tanks of radiation are not gonna get us. We're gonna be okay.
Everything else will, but...
Yeah, look, we have to focus on a number of enemies. As they say, the enemy of my enemy is a Yeti.
I like that you don't even move smoothly in this game. You, like, chunk forward.
Yeah, there's nothing smooth about this game or how it plays. There's also a hidden rock here that's gonna ruin my life. Thankfully, the checkpoints are very generous and that one activated, even though we didn't go through it. It's more of a proximity thing. If you get close enough, it works. And thankfully, there's, like, I'd say a generous amount of health as we go down here. I just have to play it very careful now.
How could you with this music? It's there, like, it pumps you up, It's like, like every song in, like, Vice City. It's just there to make you have a great time.
Right.
Yeah, no, I totally work out to this music.
Eventually it's gonna be like Revengeance boss music and the lyrics are gonna kick in and we're gonna get some more of the Yeti's backstory right at the climax of all of this.
There we go.
Yeah, and all the song lyrics are, I'm so horny.
So they really just kind of throw everything at you at the end, but we've made it to the suburbs.
My favorite part is whenever something ends and you just hear the
Yeah, it just feels like it's the whole game coming to a halt.
Why were the trees like that? Why do the
That's what it's like in the suburbs.
Like this?
You may not know because, like, you live in a different area, but this is how it is in suburbia. Anyways, we've made it to the female Yeti's chicken farm. But as you will have noticed, we did have to go through the sewer, and we fell in multiple times. So now, we have to find a way to cleanse ourselves around town.
Does the day-night system only exist for that one job you have?
Yeah. In fact, I would say that a lot of things in this game exist for, like, one interaction. Like this. This beautiful CG of us getting a bath from these kids.
Oh, this is not a mini-game? This wasn't important enough to the developers?
No, unfortunately not.
Yeah, you should have a minigame where you rub down and get away with that taint stank.
No, not this time. Maybe later. Maybe after the first date.
There's some change, mister.
I didn't know there was voice acting in this game.
There's a lot of voice samples. But so, the female Yeti doesn't have time to talk romance with us because her chickens have gone out. So there are 8 chickens to grab and bring back. They are randomly generated in 8 specific locations. Like, they'll always show up in the same locations, but the order in which you can grab them will change, because you can only grab one at a time.
There's some change, mister. There's some change, mister.
And so if you just take them there, they'll disappear. The second one will appear, and you can go out and sort of, like, continue to take care of the problem.
8 really seems too much. Like, you've already spent a lot of time in this overworld. You want to spend as less as possible in the future, I think.
Yeah, and they'll put a bunch on, like, rooftops and stuff, which means that you have to, like, walk around to figure out how to navigate up to those locations, which is not always obvious. They're just sort of, like, arbitrarily placed ramps on any given building that could be touching it in any, at any level. I do really like how the Yeti scales up, though, as you get up into further building heights.
Just get a fucking face full of Yeti.
Yeah.
Your feet get so much bigger when you're carrying this chicken.
Your feet are just 2 gigantic slices of ham. It's very upsetting.
That's just how life is for a Yeti. Anyways, you can also see that the police have bundled up at her ranch for some reason.
I mean, I wonder why.
Because they know a Yeti's coming back. And it's apparently owned by a Yeti, maybe?
The chicken ranch is owned by the female Yeti, yes.
I mean, we'll see, I guess. I'm not entirely convinced that this is going to end the way that the Urban Yeti wants it to.
Yeah, maybe the female Yeti's just, like, squatting at a ranch and taking care of it,
Yeah,
like, as a generous kind of squatter.
I want to know, like, the legal rights for Yetis. Like, does man law apply to them, or does beast law apply to them?
How much of a problem is catfishing in the Yeti community?
These are all important questions, and unfortunately we'll have to save them for Urban Yeti 2.
I mean, my favorite episode of Catfish, the TV show, involves a Yeti, so...
Is that okay, see, here's the thing. I don't know if you're actually describing a real episode of catfishing or not.
I'll never tell.
Okay, well, fair enough,
The Urban Yeti tweeting a picture of him in an elevator saying, "Female Yetis, I will protect you."
I like this music. This feels like somebody thought about Doom.
Yeah, it's Doom-esque. It's weird, because that's all the overworld music is like a weird GBA version of what metal might sound like.
For a split second, my brain, made a connection to Hakayo King of Crusher for some reason.
It's a little bit like that, too.
Like, the music in this is very weird, because I feel like all the overworld music, while not, particularly great, at least, works on the GPA sound chip, and all the minigame music is a fucking disaster.
Yeah, I mean, the GPA sound chip is kind of well known for being a fucking disaster, so whatever you make on it, at least you can make it unique.
Yeah. It's got no bass. all it's got is
Got
chaos.
no mid.
Yeah.
You could argue it doesn't really have highs either. It just kind of has sound.
Yeah. So you can see there that we tripped on the bird poop and we dropped what we were holding, this chicken. We have to pick it up again. And navigating a way to pick up the chicken, little difficult, kind of like all things. I guess the benefit of other things is that they're bigger. The chicken is much smaller than most things on the map you can pick up, like people or cats.
You can pick up people?
No, you can't pick up people. I'm sorry, I lied. You can pick up rats. You can pick up cats.
That's why I'm here, to call you on your BS.
Thank you.
BS is short for
Chorps,
bullshit.
What the fuck is the point of hanging on the cars when, walking is faster?
Sometimes the cars will go faster. That car was going through the residential area.
Also, did a bird just shit on you?
Yeah, the birds all will tactically try to shit on you.
Great.
Like, they aim for you specifically. I've never seen them shit on their own unless they were right above you.
Well, of course, in this game, if they're on screen, they're right above you.
Yeah.
Look how much of the screen you are taking up right now. This is
Yeah,
like
it's really
China
good.
Warrior for the TurboGrafx 16.
They're just proving how big of a sprite they could have on. Anyways, I knew before we left we couldn't get away without one more. Because there's more than one song for this.
Oh, and there are multiple
Oh.
dance moves.
Yeah.
Urban Yeti's gonna get cancelled.
That leg stretch is distressing.
I like also that if people would walk into the screen at the same time, they will start the dancing as well.
Spare some change, mister.
Anyways, that's enough of that. Let's go drop our last chicken off.
I was so worried that chicken was gonna end up on another roof.
Thankfully, I don't think that they can actually transfer between levels. There she is. But to prove ourselves to the female Yeti, we must prove ourselves as a chicken rancher. So if you were paying attention, Yeti brand chicken dogs was actually an advertisement during the Yeti Discus Tournament on the sidelines.
And of course, we all know that bit of lore, Jorps.
Yeah.
I'm just making sure.
Motherfucker, you're quoting the wiki. I made the Urban Yeti wiki.
Yeah, so our job here is to throw the chickens into there. We cannot throw the roosters in. And if we miss with one of the chickens, we will, the roosters will attack us, because the chickens will, let the roosters know.
I mean, I feel like it's a great message that you must be a champion of industrialism in order to be worthy of love.
Yeah. And so, you do have, a power meter to your throws, that allow you to throw from anywhere. The easiest thing to do is there are some, generally good markings for where you can just hit the button and fire and forget to be able to throw the chicken in, and then you don't have to worry about anything with the power meter.
So, what NES game is this copying? Because I'm not really sure.
I'm not sure. This might be original, but also I would believe,
But why would they start now?
it's a good question.
This is just the worst minigame in the Tron game.
Yeah, they took this minigame verbatim from Harvest Moon.
Maybe this was Bill Lambert's Combat Basketball, right? That's a top-down basketball game. It's not too similar.
That's right.
This is Jordan versus Bird. The bird being a chicken.
Yeah, oh, that's good.
The music is about as good as Bill Lambert's Combat Basketball.
You the whole game, yeah. This track is actually a bop, certified.
Yeah.
Wow, you have to do a lot of this, don't you?
You gotta have 30 chickens. Look, if you can't handle 30 chickens, how are you gonna handle romance? But yeah, if you stand on the fence directly above or below it, generally a single throw will get you all the way in. So there's not that much work that has to be done except for positioning yourself and working around the way around these roosters,
Yeah.
who will again continue to attack you.
You're talking real high and mighty for a guy who's gotten attacked by quite a few roosters.
It's true, you know. Look, I wanted to show it off. I'm a guy who likes to show off everything in a video game.
I gotta be honest, it seems like a bad idea to keep 3 roosters in the same room.
Yeah, maybe. Anyways, we are the champion. And to celebrate the consummation of our relationship, there's a mega dance party.
Bring it in, guys. Yeti Master Anthony.
Yeah, so now there's just a dance party going on with every NPC from every section of town we've been in.
I don't remember seeing the skateboarder at all.
There were a couple of them that went around. I think most of them were getting hit by cars by the time we saw them. Also, you get to hear all of the great sounds.
Is this the last game to end with a dance party?
That's a good question. This came out, I think,
I
like...
think Saints Row 4 ended with one.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, they stole it from this.
I
Yeah,
feel like
they
That's
did.
all I'm gonna say
Gears
about that.
5 should have ended with one.
Well, Gears 6 to the end of the second trilogy will.
Okay. You're right, you have to cap it off, right?
Yeah. And that was Urban Yeti.
It sure was. Man.
I feel I learned a lot about city life, in that I need to get the fuck out of my city.
Yeah, this has convinced me to live in the woods.
Yeah, people are just constantly wanting to kill you in the city, apparently, and you know what? I'm not down for that.
I mean, you do look like a Yeti. You have to be honest about that.
Maybe that explains my dates.
They always make you wrangle chickens before you date them.
Yeah, for some reason they always keep asking me, hey, why did you kill 30 chickens before my eyes in 5 minutes?
They're always like, so, you see the Yeti Discus game last night? It was crazy.
And I have to say, yeah, to hide the fact that I've been watching Yeti Tekken matches.
How many of these names do you think are real?
I think all of them. I think all of them are real. I think anyone who made this game has to be very proud of what they put together. But yeah, I really, really loved playing this game. I just played it very recently, and just like was captivated by it. It's just very weird, in a way that's like very charming, and like it being like less than an hour long means it does not overstay its welcome at all.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it feels like something where if the type of bizarre it is something that speaks to you, like, it feels like something that, especially because it is so busy and it moves so fucking fast, you could just kind of go into a fugue state with it.
Yeah, like there's never time to get like really sick of anything, I feel. And I almost kind of wish that there was more of it. Like, I kind of wish there were more mini-games. Because that seems to be like the big thing about the game.
Right, you want the Urban Yeti like extended universe. You wanna see the movie. You wanna read the book.
Yeah, I want the DLC pack that sort of like shows what you do in life like after you've gotten married to the female Yeti.
Like, we were kind of talking about it in the first video, but I feel like besides having like a shareware kind of format, this also kind of has that like, it feels like the last like yell of that kind of like shareware era in which it was just a bunch of people making anarchic shits, just throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks, and it's really cool.
Yeah, it almost feels like out of time in that way. Like, it feels weird that this is on the Game Boy Advance.
Like, it has kind of a demo scene vibe to it somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it really is just like, we had this many ideas for things that you could do as a Yeti in an urban environment, and we are going to make you play all of them. And like, to relative success, like, none of them are like explicitly broken. minus maybe the music that you have to listen to.
Yep, this all technically works. Oh my god, that is a Chad move to make the password your name. That is...
Yeah. The password also just lets you play all of the mini-games, like, on their own. You don't have to play through the game to play them.
That should have activated God mode.
God, if only.
Thank you, Dave plus Bard.
Thanks, Dave.
I thought it was Cave.
It is Cave plus Barn.
Fuck you,
Oh,
Cave.
it's Dave
Owned
plus
by
Bard now.
Dave plus Barn.
Thanks,
Eat
Dave.
my ass, Cave.
I can't believe after all those fantastic shmups, they went on to make this game.
Really experimental.